hey, it helps if I don't bump a button and go offline and then go back online, I guess. So, whew, sorry for a little bit of a late start, but hey, how is everybody's Monday going? Mine was okay. Rough in some spots, great in other spots. So, and as you can see, already have a drink going. Hey, Dr. Irrefutable. Sounds okay, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Yeah, so as you can see, I have the first lens. So, talk to the client, my buddy who wants this done, and he wants each pack to be different colors. So, enough to form a lance with this, and then another one a different color. So, as you can see, dream had ended message. Oh, okay. As you can see, I've painted them black. He wants the legs gold on this lance, so I'm gonna paint everything else black. But as you can tell, got it primed and then just use the airbrush to kind of go a little ham with the gold. And man, all right, I gotta say, for some reason, all of my turbo dorks are just chunky enough that they were pissing me off in the airbrush. So instead of using hot commodity, I ended up using cursed gold from Reaper, and it worked like a dream, mostly. How's it going, Sojian? And hello there, Ty. Yeah, I'm already having a drink, Sojian, if that kind of tells you anything. Yeah, and I even put in two. I had a whole other pack of agitators, mixing balls. Put in another one, which Turbo Dork already has one in there. And then I put it on the moixer for 2 minutes. I even had a timer going, so I know it was 2 minutes. And it was still chunky enough that it just wasn't working, so... Bleh. I think this Abaddon has seen better days. This one almost might be dead. Let's see how full this one is. Yeah. Actually painting this one. I might have to just dump what's left of this one into this one. Gasp! An almost dead paint pot. Press F in chat for respects. So yeah, and also as you can see, there's mechs, and then there's these itty bitty jump troops, which I'm gonna have to ask him what he wants, because if he wants them the same color scheme, I can do it. It ain't gonna be highly detailed, but I can do it. Yeah, that's the fun part with Battletech, is that a lot of your other scenery, like the grass tufts, are not to scale for these with how big the things actually are. So that means I'm not going to go quite as nuts on the bases. Hey, alright! Thank you for subscribing. Wow, 16 months, dude. Thank you. I appreciate it. So what we're going to go through and do is apply some Abaddon Black to all of the upper torsos of these mechs. Actually, why am I using a nicer brush? I should be using a basing brush. Yep, Abaddon. He's a real Baddon! Ooh, I've got to clean this one. Yeah. Use this, and around some of the other areas I'll be just a bit more careful. As you can see, I have pretty much all my mechs on other holders. Compute herd. Herp so hard it derped. Yeah, you know what? It seems to be that kind of day for just weird connections and happenstances right now. So I'd say if you don't have a drink, get a drink. Let's sit back and I have limited knowledge of Battletech, so I would happily discuss what I know. But, like, see, I don't even, other than this being a Mad Cat, and I think this one's a Hammerhead, I don't remember what the rest of these mechs are. There's a few that I know, only because, I played Battletech. Got some red hard cider. Alright. Jameson and Starry, I guess, since they don't have Sierra Mist anymore. Alright, sweet, Dr. Irrefutable. You can help guide us through all of this. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint black over all of these. Woodford Old Fashioned tonight. Nice. I actually almost did peanut butter whiskey and grape soda tonight. So which one is this one, Dr. Irrefutable? Yeah, kind of, and also came out in the early 80s. So do you actually remember Robotech at all? Yeah, so actually one of the mechs that they had in Battletech was just a blatant ripoff of the Valkyries. and they actually got in trouble because they're just like, ah, we're just a simple game. We're just gonna take things that we think look cool. And what are copyright laws? Lol. To which, yeah, I think they had to pay out to Harmony Gold or whoever owns the rights to Battletech or to Robotech. Too many techs, too many robots. But I'm going to keep seeing short videos of mini painting talking about priming everything black and dry brushing with gray. Yeah, it's called Slap Chop. Oh, they thought they had the rights. Okay. Yeah, it's called Slap Chop, and I might do it on another lance and use some speed paints or contrast paints just to show it, I guess, since that seems to be what all the cool kids are doing these days. Yeah, this paint pot is pretty much dead, I think. I knew Dr. Irrefutable wouldn't lead us astray. Yeah, when I can hold the pot upside down that long and then only get a trickle. Yep. Yeah, or was it one of those that they thought they had the rights, they were cool, and then they gained a lot of popularity, and then they went, nuh-uh, you didn't pay us. Yep, which, yeah, I think definitely on another one of these, if they don't want a highly technical color scheme, I might be able to actually show it on my stream so people are curious about it. I can try and show how to do Slap Chop. Which, yeah, one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dry brushing gray over the black areas. Then I might actually hit these again with the actual gold, just to give it a little bit more oomph. Okay, well, we're not going to get into the legalities of, kind of like TSR and Dungeons and Dragons. Or what I've seen some people do with Zenithals and whatnot is they go black, go wide with the gray, and then do like just an upper dry brush with white. I could do that. Lord knows I still have plenty of them to still paint around with. And I could invest in Speed Paint 2.0 from Army Painter just to try them out. Because apparently they've solved the reactivation issue. Apparently. Yeah, you know the guy who owns them. He'd be okay with it, you think? All right. Well, tell him, bless his heart, and that the money he saved on using me for painting, getting miniatures painted, he could buy a boat with it and surprise his wife with it. She knows you could buy that. He could buy a boat. Good. 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 Well, she says that until she needs it. And you never know when you'd need a boat. In my opinion, that is still one of the best Shadowrun stories our entire group has ever had. Yeah, which is 4 seconds from now. Oh my god. Yeah, it was almost exactly right after I had said that. Or she said that. That we then found out. No, it was more like an hour later because we were leveling up, and yeah, God, in Shadowrun, that just takes an eternity. Yeah, I dusted everything underneath. Just enough that I'm going to have to get everything with the black tonight. Which, this might be most of the stream tonight. And, do you guys want me to paint everything on stream? Or do you want me to kind of do a few things off stream? Like basing and whatnot. Since you kind of see all that. We did have some doozies of stories, though. like how any face in the group was just cursed. Like, Jeff's face on paper was phenomenal. Would have been phenomenal. Was great. But his dice hated him. Ugh, yeah, and then one of our faces was just... I hate to say the word right now, but was functionally retarded. Yeah, and we would say, Sojan's the driver. He's the pilot. He is the getaway driver. Well, I can fly a jet. What part of Sojan is the driver? And they didn't know Hapkido. They had knowledge Hapkido. So they knew of it, but they couldn't do it. Took no dots in actual combat skills, but knew of combat skills and thought that was the same. Yeah, and the one face, like, man, he had, like, the perfect face build. Like, pheromones, like, he actually sat down, spent time. Yeah, he actually spent time figuring out what he would need to be the best face. And in order to, like, you know, talk and persuade, he had lots of dots and contacts. and stuff like that. But yeah. But of course, his one most memorable contact was Damango. And you cannot have a Damango. And him and Mango's torrid, rocky, turbulent love affair that we all made canon, despite the players' objections. Of course, everybody wants a Damango, but you cannot have a Damango. uh Just trying to get broad strokes of everything on this. I know my paint's just a little bit thick. Yeah. That was all our party needed, too. Yeah. Yeah, you specifically had, like, neural links and implants that made you the best driver in the entire party. Yeah, your face is like the person who, would set up contracts, negotiate payments, get us extra equipment, or just find information on targets. So yeah, the face is like the spokesperson. And yeah, when our one other face was going to shoot the Mama-san in a... so she was a Japanese elf. And yes, racism is alive in Shadowrun. In a Han Chinese neighborhood. She's going to shoot the Mama-san in the face because she wasn't telling her what she wanted. And me, a troll. So, in Shadowrun, you have dots for skills, attributes, stuff like that. So, a face would typically have, like, at least 4, or not 5 dots in charisma. And then, in addition to other talking skills. And then my troll, so 1 dot is the, like, bare minimum. You don't put any points into it. My troll, with 1 dot of charisma, talked our way out of that situation. From our face, who was going to shoot the leader of this neighborhood, and then by proxy then kill every one of us because we would have just gotten mobbed by the entire slum. I talked our way out of that situation. Me, the troll, with 1 charisma. Because I built myself up to be like a street samurai / tank. So basically, I was the guy who was on the front line of the fight, and I was a damage sponge. Like, normal people in that game for soak dice. Sojan, do you remember how many soak dice your character had? Like, including armor and toughness and all that? Yeah, like 5 or 6. And that is actually, like, decent. Like, you know, that's like some combat armor and normal toughness. Now, Sojan, you can't answer this question, but anyone care to guess? So, trolls innately have a very high toughness, which goes into your soak. I also got illegal implants. Like, I made my bones titanium laced. I had a few other things. Anyone want to care to guess how many dice I would roll to soak damage? And again, Sojan cannot answer this. Hey, Keith Gooey. All right, we have a vote for 14. Anybody else? Should we do low or higher with them, Sojan, or should I just have them guess and then tell them the answer? Nice. Okay, anybody else? Alright, I think that's all the guesses for now. I was rolling 30. 3-0. Soak dice. Whenever I took damage. Sometimes I was rolling more dice than the dice that were rolled against me to hurt me. Now, granted, I couldn't heal. I couldn't get shot and heal. But, yeah. Between all of the augmentics and armor I was wearing, 30 dice. 3-0. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a D6. It's a bucket of D6 system. And some of the rules are just horrifically vague. Yeah, and then, so, when you have illegal augmentics, like titanium bone lacing, you have to come up with fake paperwork to justify why you have, why I had a titanium laced skeleton. And we came up with the idea that I had terminal, that my reason was I had terminal bonitis. Yes, the Doberman with the silenced shotgun. But yeah, on my official paperwork, it said I had terminal bonitis, and so I needed titanium bone lacing. Yeah, and of course, I didn't have, everybody had like a fake SIN, which is like your identification and stuff like that. Yeah, we even looked to see if there was anything, like, even like on FAQs and stuff like that, and they're like, no, you can slap a silencer on a shotgun in this game. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But yeah, let's talk about that. FASFA created Shadowrun. Alright, I learned something today. Oh, I know, but it just sounds silly, you know? Hey, Vampire Painting Studio, how are ya? Yeah, this was like 9 years ago. Right now I am painting some Battletech Miniatures. I don't know the name of this mech. Dr. Irrefutable. HALP. HALP. Because I know a few of, like, the mainstream mechs on this. But, yeah. Like, there's a Mad Cat over there. Oh, yeah. I think that one is a gladiator. Hey, thank you for following. I appreciate it. And are you a streamer as well? Vampire? Puma, maybe? Okay. Earth Dawn ads drove me insane if I recall the right ones. I mean, I would assume with the name Vampire Painting Studios that you are a streamer as well. Yeah, tonight I actually put this in the art category rather than Warhammer, just because I didn't want to falsely advertise. And have people just kind of come looking going, hey, this isn't Warhammer. Get this Battletech out of my Warhammer. Yeah, because this box didn't have, it was just kind of an open box. It didn't have any cards or anything like that. I will be able to on, like, the next boxes. Actually, I'll read up a little bit on each of the mechs. And, yeah, we'll talk about it. you're meching up my Warhammer. Grr. This isn't Spess Dwarfs. Spess Dwarfs. Okay. Yes. Yes, they are. You're not warhammering. Yes, and it's just wrong enough somehow. Gold bottom, black top, which I'm going to go back and hit it up with, I'm either thinking about using the Cursed Gold again, because, yeah, it doesn't look very shiny right now through an airbrush, but I had to thin it. Or maybe I could actually hit it up with some of the hot commodity that I was planning on using to kind of give it that little bit of a shine. Yeah, right now it looks very flat. Hey, Phantom No, how are ya? Thanks for swinging on by. Hope you're having a good night. These are Battletech miniatures from the, it was a Kickstarter a few years ago. Finally getting around to a buddy's commission. So yeah, they're miniature mechs for a board game. Or actually, more of a tabletop game, I should be precise. Yep, Battletech. And yeah, I think it was even a board game, but even back when it started, back in the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, okay, or have you heard of Mech Warrior at all? Like the video game series Mech Warrior. Started in the early 80s. All right, thank you, Dr. Irrefutable. Yeah, if you know the Mech Warrior games, this is the same universe. Yeah, Battletech is dark, but it's not grim dark like 40K. Yeah, as I look over at the Stompa on the table behind me right now. Yeah, and actually, this kind of almost makes me want to play the Battletech game on computer again. Oh yeah, and some of the pieces in front of me. So yeah, they had them about the same, I won't say the same scale as 40K, because here's like guys in power armor. And there's 5 of them there. Next to this boy, or even this big chungus. Hey, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Yeah, I paint a lot of 40K stuff, and I'm branching out into doing Battletech because I've had this box for 2 years now, give or take, ish. Yes, thank you, Dr. Irrefutable. Okay. All right, what do you think, guys? Do you think... yes. Oh, and yes. Hello from the U.S. Yes, Reaper started their own line of mechs. I don't remember the name of the line. Okay, guys, so should I go back through and add more cursed gold so it looks shiny? Or should I try and put on the hot commodity over the cursed gold? And I'll have a drink of my drink while we decide. Yeah, here, while we're deciding, let's look it up. Yeah, I think I saw it at ReaperCon. Let's see. CAV Strike Ops. Here. Right now, what my so I was commissioned to do these. For the first lance, he wanted black on top, gold on bottom. So, you know what? We'll just go with the actual cursed gold, just so it looks shiny again. So yeah, I basically ask ask whoever I'm painting for if this is a commission, which this is, what colors they would like, and then just yeah, take it from there. And I actually did a test miniature, did one black and did one and one yellow because he wanted to see it, and he actually liked the gold better. So here we are. You know what? I'm gonna mix them. This might be a bit of a long moix. Wait, this one hasn't even been opened. We'll use this one. We'll count this as the same moix. I have a mixer over there. It's it's a Lab Genius mixer. It's meant for like vials, but it also works really good for mixing up little paint pots like this. Yes, not that I'm opposed to mixing my own paint, but sometimes you just need that little extra oomph when you're when you're trying to mix up paint on your miniatures. Yeah, if you need me to point my camera over at it so you can see it, I'll show you. It's called the Moixer because of Ty, because he accidentally called it a Moixer, and yeah, it hit just right. I laughed hard enough at it that it stuck. All right. Catch you later. Thanks for swinging by. Hope to see you again. That's already looking a little bit better. Looking a little bit more shiny. A little bit more like gold. I love gold. I will probably do maybe a sepia wash on the legs. But then over the top I might do a black wash once I dry brush everything. But I want to let the black dry just a little bit, and yeah. Yeah. Well, we have to oil our nulns. And these are mechs, so... yeah, ironically enough, perfect for St. Patty's week. Yeah, instead of black and gold, we'll color them black and tan. Yeah, honestly, I think these turbo dorks are going to work better being brushed on than run through an airbrush, just because, yeah, they just seem just chunky enough that they were clogging the airbrush, and I thinned them too. So it's a little hard telling where I've gotten them and where I haven't. So gotten that one, gotten that one. get this one. Yeah, and also, yeah, would you guys like to see me do everything with these guys on stream, or would you prefer to see, um, like, and I say this as if I have spare time to paint, but I could. Yeah, would you like to see everything done on stream, or would you be alright if I did a few things off stream, and then you just saw the results? Alright. I might definitely do a second coat of gold on all of these legs. Hopefully this is showing up decent enough on camera, too, for you guys. But I'm sure you'd say something if it wasn't. Let's go back to the first one, and yeah, look at this. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better with some extra gold paint on there, which I see a few spots I could probably touch up. Yeah, let's go ahead and might be slapping it on just a little thick. Sorry. But again, as long as the minis are looking good from an arm's length away, what does it really matter, right? That one. And at least the benefit of doing like assembly line painting like this is I have just enough to where once I get done with the last one, the first one is mostly dry. Yeah, I know. It's weird that I'm working on a lot of small models right now rather than like one big one. Yeah, and I know. I like started that one in like late October and then just got done with them a few like last week. So weird, I know. But that one I at least vowed to do everything on stream except for one or two other things. I did. So Alrighty. Yep. Just throw that around a little bit. Alright. Good start to the Battletech stuff, I'd say. Yeah. I'll have to ask my buddy what he wants done with these little dudes. But, yeah. Kind of refreshing to be working on smaller to-scale models. So, yeah. Probably just call it a night here right now. And we'll see everybody on Wednesday, where we'll continue to work on Dr. Irrefutable Stompa. So, that'll be a fun stream. And, yeah, another good night. And we'll probably call it here. So, yeah, we'll catch you all later. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Thanks for the bits, Ty. And just remember, everybody, to just keep on painting.